Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Um, so, okay, today's been kind of a weird day. I'm like, oh man. So I got sent a story that I'm sharing, and really for the first time kind of got sent down a wee bit of a rabbit hole. And I still don't fully understand this. I'm just going to kind of go over what I was able to ascertain because I got real confused. So basically, my friend, it's a paranormal Facebook group, and one of the members of the group, Mike, had sent me this story, right? And typically I don't read the stories ahead of time unless there's a specific theme. But I read the first line of the story and I got really confused. So I'm just going to share it with you now. So Mike says, one night, me and my girlfriend were using a Ouija board, and we called up Abrahadabra. Okay, so at first I'm like, what the hell is Abrahadabra? Did you mean abracadabra? And then I'm like, is there a demon called abracadabra I'm not familiar with? So I'm so confused. I tried to Google it, I tried to find information, and I totally got sent down this rabbit hole. So I'm going to get into it. What the hell is abrahadabra? Okay? Because this whole thing kind of freaks me out. Okay, so what I basically was able to find, and I'm sorry in advance if I completely butcher this because I think it's Latin. Anyway, I think this has something to do with the Masonic Temple based on what I'm reading, but if you guys know anything about this, please share because I'm so curious and I'm totally confused. So I love everything paranormal, and this just is weird. Okay, so Liber Alvel Legis, I think is how you say that, commonly known as the Book of the Law, is the central sacred text of Thelema, allegedly written down for dictation mostly by Aleister Crowley, although his wife Rose Edith Crowley is also known to have written 2 phrases into the manuscript of the book after its dictation. Crowley claimed it was dictated to him by a preternatural being calling himself Aiwa, but the 3 chapters are largely written in the first person by the Thelemic deities Nuit, Hadi, and Rahor Khut, respectively. Through the reception of the book, Crowley proclaimed the arrival of a new stage in the spiritual evolution of humanity to be known as the Aeon of Horus. The primary precept of this new Aeon is the charge to do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. The book contains 3 chapters, each of which was allegedly to be written down in 1 hour, beginning at noon on the 8th of April, on the 9th of April, and the 10th of April in Cairo, Egypt in 1904. Crowley says that the author was an entity named Aiwa, whom he later referred to as his personal holy guardian angel. Okay, didn't we just do a whole thing about a guardian angel? Like, this is his personal guardian angel, and now we have... Is this a scripture? Is this like... Anyway, like the Quran or the Bible? I'm so confused by this. Anyway, biographer Lawrence Sutin quotes private diaries that fit the story and writes that if ever Crowley uttered the truth of his relation to the book, his public account accurately describes what he remembered on this point. Okay, so in searching for what Abrahadabra was, this came up, and this is why. So Abrahadabra is a word that first publicly appeared in the Book of the Law, the central sacred text of Thelema. Its author, Aleister Crowley, described it as the word of the Aeon, which signifieth, I don't even know if I said that right, the great work accomplished. This is in reference to his belief that the writing of Liber Legis, another name for the Book of the Law, heralded a new Aeon for mankind that was ruled by the god Rahor Khut, a form of Horus. Abrahadabra is therefore the magical formula of this new age. It is not to be confused with the word of law of the Aeon, which is Thelema, meaning will. Okay, so what I was thinking is, when they said Abrahadabra, do they mean Horus? Is that what he meant when he put this story, or gave me this story? I would love if you have any information about this, if you're familiar with what this is, please give me some comments below, because I'm so confused and I'm trying to understand. And I had never heard of this, ever. It's theology, right? Like, they, worship gods, whatever the case may be. Anyway, yeah, if you're familiar, please give me more info in the comments, because I want to fully understand this. So anyway, here's Mike's story. So one night, me and my girlfriend were using a Ouija board, and we called up Abrahadabra. I'm assuming Horus. Well, the planchette started moving, saying he was here, and we asked for a sign. Well, he said, okay, and after a minute or two, the air got very staticky, and the window behind us had blinds on it, and they were all turned up by themselves. Well, we were shocked, and we asked to see him. Well, the planchette started going in circles very fast until it flew off the board. Oh my God. Then, we had a fireplace in the room, and something jumped up and ran across the mantle and fell to the hearth below, where we had a bunch of plants. It then jumped up and ran across the top of the plants into the back of the room. I got up right away and went to check where it went, and there was nothing there and no way to get out. Needless to say, we had a lot to talk about the rest of the night. Okay, Mike. So, whatever you conjured manifested ran around the room a bit. I certainly hope that you did what you're supposed to do with Ouija boards, which is end the session. Okay, so since this is Cairo, Egypt, right? And Horus, I mean, I wonder if this alludes to like the old gods of Egypt, and that was the whole point of the Book of the Law. Either way, I don't know if this is a demon, just a god in general. Can a Ouija board summon a god? I mean, if you believe in that kind of thing. Anyway, I have so many more questions than answers. But what's really interesting is when I was reading the article about the Book of the Law, it mentions the Masonic Temple. And so I'm just wondering if they've adopted this theology, or if... Does this have something to do with Freemasons? This video is going to get shut down. I'm just kidding. I don't know hardly anything about Freemasons, but I know of them. Anyway, so weird story today, right? So many different possibilities, and I'm just kind of thrown by the whole thing. So yeah, if you have any insight, please share. And also, if something unidentifiable is running around your house and then just magically vanishes, no, burn the whole thing to the ground, move. That's it for me. Okay. So creepy. So oh man, this story totally freaks me out. I don't like it. Anyway, thank you for watching my video today. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Nothing too spooky happens. I don't know about the weather where you're at, but like, it's so cold here right now. It's like weird because the sun comes out occasionally, but it's so cold. Anyway. I just want to remind you that if you have any stories you want to share, please don't forget to email them to me. You can send them to hannahshauntings@gmail.com. Anyway, thanks again for sticking around, and as always, stay spooky. Hello.